In this video, I'll go over 8 common mistakes that hold you back from rounding out those shoulders. The first one I see all the time is that people don't train through a full range of motion, especially when doing exercises like overhead presses. If you go all the way down, take a look at how others perform their overhead presses. You'll see that most people don't lower the weight further than the point where their upper arms are parallel to the floor. What you should do instead is lower the weight all the way down until your hands are at least ear level, or even lower until the dumbbells are about the same height as your shoulders. This is beneficial because the lower part of the exercise stimulates the delts the most, while the upper part is largely a function of the triceps. Another common mistake is focusing too much on the front delts and not enough on the side and rear delts. This is often done unintentionally. The overhead press, one of the staple exercises, focuses primarily on the front delts, while the side and rear delts get less activation. To balance it out, make sure to include exercises that target the side and rear delts. The second and more significant issue is that your front delts receive a lot of stimulation during horizontal pressing exercises, such as dumbbell and barbell bench press. This means that when you train your chest, you also train the front of your shoulders to a great extent. Your rear delts are activated to a good degree during pulling exercises, like pull-ups, rows, and bent over high rows, but the same cannot be said for the side delts. The side delts play an important role in giving your shoulders a wide appearance, but are not activated to a significant extent in most compound exercises. For this reason, it's necessary to place extra emphasis on training the side delts during your shoulder workout. Most lifters don't need to perform isolation exercises for their front delts, but almost all can benefit from adding more side and rear delt exercises, like dumbbell lateral raises and cable reverse flies. In addition to aesthetic benefits, focusing on the side and rear delts is also beneficial for shoulder health and posture. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Biomechanics found that strengthening the posterior head of the deltoid helps to maintain shoulder joint integrity and reduce the risk of injury. Another mistake is saving your shoulder exercises for the end of your workout, or simply hitting them too late. Studies show that the exercises and muscle groups trained first in a workout are the ones that see the most gains. However, many people trying to grow their shoulders don't train them first. If your split routine combines chest, shoulders, and triceps into one push workout, you likely start with exercises like bench press and dumbbell press, which can exhaust your shoulders before you get to your shoulder exercises. This may not be ideal if your primary goal is to grow your shoulders. To address this, it's better to combine shoulders, bicep, and triceps into one arm workout on a separate day from your chest and back workout. This way you can start fresh with shoulder exercises that target the mid and rear deltoids, like bent arm lateral raises and dumbbell reverse flies, to help balance the shape of your shoulders. Even if you start with overhead presses, which target the front delt, starting with shoulder exercises can help you lift more weight and benefit muscle growth. Another mistake when it comes to training your shoulders is allowing your traps to take over instead of your delts. This might not be the case for everybody, but some people feel that exercise is targeting their shoulders more in their traps than in the actual shoulders. The reason behind this is due to the increased level of trap activation. When this happens, the traps grow significantly while the shoulders are left behind. To tackle this problem, there are a couple of things that you can do to reduce trap recruitment. First, you can statically stretch your traps before your shoulder workout. Research shows that stretching a muscle for 60 seconds or more decreases subsequent muscle activation during the exercise. To effectively stretch your traps, you can bend one arm and put it behind your back. Then use your opposite hand to pull your head down to the sides towards your shoulder. Hold this position for 60 seconds on each side for 1 to 2 sets before starting your shoulder workout. Another way to target your side delts while reducing trap involvement is to focus on pushing your dumbbells as far away from your body as possible during a lat raise. Instead of just lifting them straight up, try to push them as far away from your sides as you can. Another common mistake when training the shoulders is not applying progressive overload. Many lifters focus on increasing the amount of weight they lift in exercises such as the bench press, but they forget to focus on increasing the weight they use on compound shoulder exercises, like overhead presses and isolation exercises like lateral raises. To achieve proper growth, it's crucial to focus on progressive overload. This means gradually increasing the workout load you place on the muscle, even if it's just a small increment. Over time, these small increases will add up to significant results. To keep track of your progress, it's highly beneficial to keep a record of your workouts. This way, you always have a tangible number to beat each time you train. Write down the amount of weight you use and the number of reps you were able to do with that weight. Then, try to beat that number every time you work out. The goal is to gradually increase the weight you can lift and to reach failure at a higher rep count before increasing the weight load again. This process should be repeated to see continued progress. Another issue that may be preventing growth in your shoulders is insufficient training volume. If you only train your shoulders once a week or only perform a few sets, this could be the reason why they're not growing. To maximize muscle growth, it's important to do enough training volume. A meta-analysis showed that there's a relationship between training volume and muscle growth, where the more sets done, the more muscle gained. Additionally, an 8-week study found that participants who did more sets per exercise saw more muscle growth. If your shoulders are not growing, consider increasing the number of sets for that muscle group each week. For example, if you're currently doing 9 sets for shoulders, try doing 12 or 15 sets. Another factor to consider is calorie intake. Consuming enough calories is crucial for maximizing muscle growth. Make sure you're in a calorie surplus, as this can be the fix you need to get your shoulders growing again. However, it's important not to overdo it, as a large calorie surplus can lead to more fat gain than muscle growth. A simple recommendation is consume a calorie surplus target of around 5 to 8% above maintenance per day. Lastly, make sure you're eating enough protein. Protein provides the building blocks for muscle mass, and muscle growth occurs when more protein is built up in a muscle than is broken down. A meta-analysis published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that you only need 0.73 grams of protein per pound of body weight per day, or about 131 grams for a 180-pound person. Consuming more protein than this amount may not have a significant effect on muscle building progress, so it's better to save those additional calories for fats and carbs that can make your diet more enjoyable. That wraps up our video. Let us know what you thought in the comments section. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you found this video helpful, and we'll be sure to put out similar content like this.